Hey everybody, this is Noel. Getting ready here. I'm going to cast some Strong World games. NATO versus France is going to be the first matchup. Depending on how long these games take. Kinesi is playing for France, so you never know. I may cast another series, I may not. We'll just play it by ear, but I'm going to try to get this game going here shortly, so just bear with me. Need to make sure everything is good, no overlay gate. Sound and everything else is working, so away we go. So everything should be on now, and game one is going to be NATO on the left side of the map, Age of Killer, aka Breeze Brothers, and I'm sure several other names, playing in orange as the British. And his teammate on NATO is Tibia, who's going to be playing in this game Dutch as purple. Their opponents here on the right side of Arkansas, to Team France, who is one of the strongest teams so far in this event, playing with the new lineup that I haven't seen before. It's going to be Tit in the pink, playing Brits, and none other than Kinesi himself playing Japan, the bottom of the map in the red. So new lineup here from Team France. Usually they've been fielding some combination of Kaiser, Klein, Kinesi, and Diaraga. This is the first time I've seen Tit play. As far as I know, he hasn't been very active recently, so we'll see what kind of shape he's in. They already are qualified for S-Class, and if you don't know what S-Class is, go check out ESOC-community.net, Strong World section. You can read the rules. France is in S-Class, so they didn't even have to play this matchup, but they probably don't want to show anything of their good lineup, good strategies against NATO. NATO is also qualified for S-Class, and I believe that this matchup, I think they're qualified for S-Class, I should say, and I think they've won several games recently. They're one of the more active teams, so this could be a matchup in the S-Class format for the money, so they obviously don't want to show anything too important. Early game, some treasure hunting, scouting going on. Neither team is paired up with their explorers. They're just trying to scout out the map right now before they see any treasures that they might want to mate up with and go after. There's a CDB up at the top. We'll see if somebody goes for that in the future. Small treasures here in the middle. 135 XP would be quite good for either team. And 60 food, and looks like Kinesi's stalking around this 60 food right now. Just put his shrine down pretty defensively on the edge of this hunt, starting to draw animals back. Tibia's in the area though with his explorer, so probably going to see a contest if either player goes for this. And Kinesi's taking a TP in the middle here. This is an interesting play. Not something you see very often as Japan. Usually you're putting your wood into shrines. And the 60 wood treasure here. Kinesi scout here. Both of the NATO players, explorers, are in the area. Tits explorers just scouting around the top of the map. Both wolves still alive, so see if they just take this quick while Kinesi's hero walked away. And they're both going to crack and take that, which is probably, maybe a little overkill, but it's for sure a safe way to get the treasure. Markets down from both France players. No markets yet from either of the NATO team. So it looks like a little more economic focus from Team France. Not surprised given the Brit and Japan combo, although the NATO team also pretty well on eco civs with the Brit and the Dutch. Probably going to see several banks down from Tibia and a manor boom from Breeze. Only one shrine down from Kinesi so far, so not going to be full shrine boom. I'm really interested to see what he's going to go for here. They are working on this 135 XP. They're going to take that down. And Kinesi's going to... No. Kinesi's going to take that. Okay. Little indecision there. Maynard's coming down for both Brit players. Breeze building his Manners out to kind of get line of sight over these two hunts. See any raids coming in. It's possible that Tit could start Cav with a Japan partner. It might be the ideal unit combination, so raiding could come into play here. Kinesi's pretty heavy on food. Now switching over to wood. Probably going to be Yumi or Ashy, so maybe some Ashy raids. This hunt down here has been scouted by a native scout that Tit picked up. Forward Vills here from the NATO team, so it looks like they're going to be the ones that are going to be the aggressors. Tibia's got his first bank down. We'll see if what we see here, if it's going to be Skirm or Cav. It looks like it's going to be Skirm for Tibia. And this is probably either Cav or Musket for Breeze. We'll see what he puts down right now. Barracks, so probably going to be Skirm, Musket, aggressive infantry play. As expected, the Great Wall of Kinesi is coming up. We'll see. Tibia's got both his envoy and his hero here scouting this, so we'll see if they choose to go right into Tit's base or and let Kinesi kind of do his thing. Tit's also opening with the barracks with the defensive tower. I don't see a tower out from Breeze, so Breeze aged with 500 food politician, which is going to be good for aggressive play to start with. And Musket's coming out from Breeze. Switch over to the other team here and see what Kinesi's up to. Just he's now up with the Teshuga Shrine Wonder. 600 wood is coming down, so pretty standard play so far. Continuing to just extend his wall on both sides. See if they're trying to deny this wall, it looks like. He's going to get it started. Here comes the first 5 Musket and 5 Skirm from the NATO team. Takes out the native scout, so the line of sight on the unit selection is coming down. Good block here by Breeze Brothers on getting this wall segment. He knows that he's going to extend this segment out, so blocks the construction there. Little thing, but good play. Barracks coming from Kinesi behind this. Tit, on the other hand, one barracks adding a stable now that he saw the skirms. He's got 5 Musket out himself. NATO players just sieging at this market here in the front. Not because of this wall here, this one wall segment that Kinesi did get down, and this building placement. They have to come around this way to get into these vills. Which actually, given the position of the orchards and the berries, wouldn't be bad to deny his food, but he is Japan and he is shining all over the map now. So killing the market is a small victory. It's going to at least clear up this pathway, but it's not really doing any damage to Kinesi in the long run. And now he is starting Yumi behind this. And meanwhile, the Brit player, Tit, is free to kind of do whatever he wants. So yeah, NATO is being aggressive, but they're really not gaining much from their aggressive play. And they really need to find some damage here soon. Otherwise, the Brit-Japan combo of their opponents is just going to scale out of control. 3 Yumi out. We'll see if he tries to just maybe snipe a few muskets here. Take some shots. Careful not to engage. And meanwhile, Tit's just kind of hanging out behind. Starting with some cav, I would assume. Behind this, see if no stable yet from Breeze or Tibia. He's up 2 barracks, so he should be starting to mass musk quite effectively. The consulate is soaking. The consulate's got 3,500 HP. It's soaking up a lot of their shots right now. And really, it's not going to do much. He still gets the bonus, I believe, even if this goes down, because it's already in play. And at this point, his eco is strong enough that it's not going to be that big a deal. And he get a TP. That's interesting. I can't remember. What's this tech? I don't know what that does. I apologize. I think there is a Cherokee tech that's kind of like economic theory. I wonder if that's what that is. Yeah. So this, I'm pretty sure that's an economic boost. So I just add another thing onto his boom, which is going to help out. Surprised that he isn't trying to finish this wall off when he gets a chance. This looks like maybe a misrally here by Tibia's. Just sent 5 skirmen on their own. Going to try to get this monk from Kinesi down before the shrine gets up. I don't think he's going to be successful. And now he's forced to run because the units here from the French team come in. 5 cav on the, several cav out now, trying to get some vills. They're going to find 2 vills here. Breeze's FB builders, take those out. Kinesi's still just shrining the top side of the map. This is actually a pretty good map for Japan, especially in a team game, because there's a lot of hunt up on the top side, a lot of shrine potential, and to deny those, the opposing team's got to go quite out of their way to kill the shrines. That's hard. May not be worth it. Small cav battle here. Breeze has 5 cav out, pulls 1. Good micro. He's going to get the cav a tit snared. Tit pulls 1 cav back to save the rest of his hussar. He needs to be careful here that he doesn't get caught again with the musket in the area. He will lose that quite hard. And this is interesting. I don't that he did rebuild his consulate. I was going to say he's got the 7 bestiarios coming in. Now he is finishing the wall here, so not a lot of pressure coming here from the NATO team. 5 cav here are going to get caught. This is a big catch, and he's moving his longbow musket army over to make sure that he doesn't get trapped by the musket that he know are following around. He does pick off, I think, 5 cav there, so that's a good win for them. And does he want to? He should probably engage. He saw the skirm with his tower coming in from behind, so he's falling back. Kinesi's still booming quite hard. He doesn't really have that many military units, so they probably don't want to engage this straight up. And they do. He does get out with most of his cav. He's moving his vills preemptively. Doesn't want to take any skirm shots on the vills. Does have now manor over here on this hunt. He's starting to hunt on this side. We'll see. I think the next big decision is going to be Tibia's going up to 6 banks, so his eco is going to be quite strong. Coming in with the skirms, maybe a little overextension here. Nope, he pulls away. Good micro by Tibia there. Gets a shot in on some hussar. He's able to pick off 1.5 hussar without taking a lot of damage on his skirms. The Yumi mass is just starting to flow now from 2 barracks. See if he's up to 190 shrine pop. We'll see if he chooses to switch over to Japan consulate soon and get the boost on his Yumi. He's got the Yumi attack card coming in. He's got Imperial bureaucracy coming in. So Kinesi and 2 TPs. He's quite ahead, I would say, economically, even versus the 6 banks of the Dutch. At this point, with 200 shrine pop and all these upgrades, his eco is probably the best in the game. More Yumi, more hussar coming from his teammate. Still skirm Huss Musk mix for NATO. Still shrining. Tibia is now going to pick up this TP. He has his 6 banks. Doesn't need to spend any more wood on banks. Trying to take out some shrines, but 1 or 2 shrines here or there isn't really doing much. Kinesi's going to pick up this Seminole settlement, and there is a tech in here that makes all your archers stronger, so it's going to make his Yumi even better. He's got Yumi attack if he chooses to go H3, which I think if he just any time now, if he swaps over, he sends 600 coin now, or he swaps his shrines over to gold, he'll be able to age up soon. And getting the discipline Yumi with this upgrade, his 2 his 2 cards, and if he switches his consulate over, good position here. The Yumi there just firing away on the skirms. Can't really get the cav in. There is musket in the back. They're not taking a lot of damage from the skirms given their position, but they're also kind of blocking out their own cav here. And he is getting that tech from the Seminole post. Tibia is up. Skirm's veteran now, so we'll see. That should help him out, but he is losing a lot of mass. He's just letting these Yumis stand and fire, which is not what you want to do at all. Musket raid here in the back. He's going to get a lot of vills if he can track these down. We'll see how he reacts to that. If he gets his Minutemen out right away, good pickup. He needs to be active here and move his Musk. At the same time, fighting on the front. Just the mass here of Yumi is going to be really tough to deal with. They need to, I think Tibia's up now. If he can get some cannons out right away, they might be able to push it back before Kinesi gets to age 3. Once he gets to age 3 and gets the Yumi upgraded, even 3 or 4 cannons aren't going to be able to stand up to them. They can just snipe the cannons right away before they take too much damage, especially with all the cannon fodder his teammate has to help him out. It does bring the cav in here to pick up these muskets. Didn't lose too many vills, I don't think. Picking off the forward base. 4 cannons out for Tibia, but the skirm mass is very small. 10 more skirms coming in. A lot of cav from Breeze. And it looks like, yep, Kinesi has put the Wonder down. Golden Pavilion down in the back, so just another boost to all of his units. And they are going to fall back. I don't know if they scouted the cannons coming forward, but he is going to age 3. There's no reason to be super aggressive right now. Wait till he gets his age 3 upgrade in, his timing. Then they'll push, and they should be very successful. Breeze's cav coming in now. Gonna catch Tit's cav here. Gonna be able to pick off a few. Needs to get behind this wall if he can. At this point, I mean, he should probably just sack his muskets and get in here and kill as many cav as he can. Hussar at this point are more important than having muskets. The range advantage is definitely with the French team right now. Cannon's pushing up. This wall is just being really annoying. Gonna have to walk around this. The French team might be able to use it to his advantage. Breeze coming in here looking for a big raid. A couple Minutemen, but they're all down to 1 HP at this point. Gonna pick up quite a few vills. And the rest of their army coming in here. Gonna clean up some more. Put the pressure on Tit's production. They're not going to be able to stop Kinesi's production. And Kinesi puts up a castle, so he's going to be able to pump out Flaming Arrow if he wants to try to counter these Falconets from Tibia. And while they're not a direct counter, they do outrange the Falcs. So with good micro, which Kinesi has pretty decent micro, he should be able to deal with these. But the real problem isn't going to be the Flaming Arrow. It's going to be when these Yumi get upgraded. The upgrade's on the way. Way of the bow is on the way. It's going to be another 2 range plus hit points. Cannon's coming in now from Tit also. See if Tibia recognizes that and tries to snipe those with his Falconets while he can. Tit's also age 3 and he's got the veteran Huss, veteran musket in, and Breeze is still in age 2, so I'm not sure what kind of cards they have on their Hussar. 24, 384, 20 versus, yeah, so it looks like Breeze probably has some cards in, so it's not a huge disadvantage to be in H2, but anything helps right now, especially with the Yumi coming in. He needs to control these cannons almost perfectly to win this battle, or at least have a chance, and Kinesi's not going to take any risks. He's just going to bring in some Yabusam. These things are very good against artillery, so they're probably just going to try to snipe these cannons, and then the Yumi will just roll over everything else. Just picking off Hussar, almost one shot. One Falk goes down. Second Falk is going to go down. Oh no! And the Cav do get in. They are blocked out right now, but Breeze ran his Cav back, so now the Hussar are going to get right on top of these cannons. All he has to do is just focus fire the cannons down, and those are going to fall in no time. Does get one shot off. Takes half an HP there, but doesn't kill his opposing team's cannons. Yumi are just flowing out here. Pavilion attack, all the cards. These things are just so strong that unless this NATO team has a miracle planned, I just don't see how they're going to win this. Reuter coming in from Tibia, not what he needs right now. Probably needs as much Hussar as he can get out, and even that's probably not going to be good enough. Kinesi starting some Ashy, probably in anticipation that there's going to be a big cav switch from as opposed to the opposing team. And they're just going to push right ahead, right into the eco here. The rest of these musket are going to get picked off. A lot of gold gathering going on right here. That's going to be denied shortly. Breeze already pulls his vills. Also some down here. These cav will probably see. Tibia now reacting. He's off gold. He does have the banks still, but no, that's not going to matter. GG. Game 1 goes to Team France. And even with the new lineup, they're still looking quite strong. Take a look. Dutch Eco did hold on there with the 6 banks over the Japan Eco, but Kinesi had several more cards coming in, so it would just be a matter of time till he surpassed him here. And actually Breeze, other than in the early game here, he was behind a little bit, but he did outboom in the long run. Just the power of the Yumi, and I think the H3 Cav from Tit tipped the balance there. So we'll go to game number 2. Strong World, NATO versus France. And we'll see what happens. So this time we have Team NATO, Breeze playing India in orange, Tibia playing France in red. Kinesi playing Dutch. I've never seen Kinesi play Dutch, so this could be interesting. Kind of fits into his style, though. It's pretty boomy. Civ still can kind of wall, get banks. So no surprise that's in his repertoire. And this time Tit is playing China. So pretty standard so far. Tit's gathering wood. Gonna get a second village down and get his 3 vill card out. Kinesi picks up 85 wood. Got a good start for him. Several wood treasures on this map. I just saw 90 wood right here. That'll be nice. Speaking of 90 wood, Breeze is gonna take down a 90 wood, and of course, since he's India, his villagers cost wood. He needs to gather a lot of wood in the early game. That's really gonna benefit him. Both teams scouting around the map. The map is Himalayas. It's probably one of the better team maps. Maybe the best team map, depending on who you talk to. Definitely one of the best remaps. That's why it's still in the pool. And, oh, very close there. Kinesi, 10 HP left on his Explorer. He's going to take down this 90 wood. He's already switched to food, so he's going to do 12 vills up. So kind of like semi-aggressive here. Not an all-in 10-10 style, but certainly not going to be a 5-minute, 40-second age up if he, didn't pull off wood. Or yeah, villager coming forward. We'll see where he goes with the aggro. Last time they chose to play aggressive on Kinesi's side, and I think they paid the price for that because of the way Kinesi builds his base, builds his walls. It's really hard to find any damage, and if you don't do damage right away as the aggressive team, you're going to have a hard time keeping up. I wonder if this time they'll go 12-20, sorry. It's already switched to food, so he's going to do 12 vills up. So kind of like semi-aggressive here, not an all-in 10-10 style, but certainly not going to be a 5-minute, 40-second age up if he, didn't pull off wood. Or yeah, villager coming forward. We'll see where he goes with the aggro. Last time they chose to play aggressive on Kinesi's side, and I think they paid the price for that because of the way Kinesi builds his base, builds his walls. It's really hard to find any damage, and if you don't do damage right away as the aggressive team, you're going to have a hard time keeping up. I wonder if this time they'll choose to go after Tit as China. He's already going to be a little slow because he had to chop 100 wood to get his second village down. And looks like he's just going to plop it right in the middle, so they have a choice. And on this map, you're pretty far away from your teammates. You can see the gap here, a lot of ground to cover. This is actually probably a smart play. You put the aggro in the middle, and then you can choose. You can kind of split the action here. So if they both build in their base, you really can force a 2-on-1. And if they both build on one side, you can attack the other player and make them come across your aggro and your FB to try to defend. Tibia's got the envoy of Kinesi there in hand combat. Gonna get rid of that. Just clean up any scouting advantage. Here come his two CDB. Probably gonna see a stable, and this is probably gonna be Sepoy Cav, which against China and Dutch. It's probably a good idea. Kinesi's got the building rotator in. Garja's probably not too happy if he's watching this. He's going to be able to bank, market, house all the way and make a big ring around his base. He won't even need many walls. So he's going to be able to turtle pretty well. In 1v1, that's probably more of an advantage than in this game. There's going to be enough units from the NATO team that they'll still be able to get some damage in. Summer Palace coming up in the back for Tit as China. Chopping a lot of wood, so we're not going to see an FF unless he's going to take a TP first. And he's not going to take a TP. He's going to try to get this treasure, 150 coin. Market coming down, so definitely probably not an FF. And Breeze is going to go with the Consulate Rush here, Brit Musket. This is becoming a pretty popular build. Saw it several times in the winter tournament from some India players. Pretty strong. I don't think I've seen it in a team game like this, but don't play many 2v2s, and in a 2v2 it's probably a lot more powerful than in a 3v3, especially given the opponent, Kinesi, he's not going to play aggressive, so they can have their advantage. Stable coming up for Tibia also. Needs to be careful here about, he probably wants to keep the scout alive. I don't know, he's just been sieging the Wonder, not doing anything. Fordville coming up from Tit alone. Looks like he's going to side rush on Breeze, maybe. He knows the aggro's here, so he's not going to be able to go back to defend. And here comes the 300 export. So we are going to see the Consulate Rush plus Cav from the NATO team. Let's see. No walls yet from Kinesi. Let's see if he's going to wall up. And there is the barracks from the China player. So this, this could either go really well for NATO. This is going to be interesting. I don't know what to think here. Here come the walls. I don't know if he's going to get these down in time because the musket, the first Sepoy are going to come now. Then here come the Cav. If he doesn't get these walls down, I think NATO's going to have a huge advantage. If he is able to wall up somehow, then they probably can hold a lot better. Going to lose a Vil. Not going to get walled up. Tibia is going to be able to use these Cav to deny the wall. Now here come the Sepoy and the two Indian monks. So Kinesi is going to be pretty exposed here. He's not going to have the luxury like he had in the last game of having his ability to gather food nearby, and he's going to lose the bank that he started. It's just going to be annoying. Is going to put up a barracks. This is pretty risky, I think. And meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Tit's got his first Old Han out. He's putting a village down so he can ship the powerful Chinese unit shipments there. sieging the market again. I don't know why they keep going for the market. This bank is pretty exposed over here. Tibia sneaks his cav in. This is going to do a good job. He's going to be able to deny this barracks, which is going to keep Kinesi pinned in. I think really Kinesi's only chance right now is to get a barracks up, which he's going to have a really hard time doing, plus get the 8 pike shipment out to defend against the cav and just abuse the range of the skirms to pick off the sepoy. Plus he'll have Minutemen and he's got this wall, but at this rate there's too many hussar here. I don't think he's going to be able to get the cav, get the barracks up, so he's not going to have a chance. Breeze continuing to be aggressive behind this. He's got his ally with the Brits in, shipping 5 sepoy, making more sepoy. Market's down, he's got a better path in, and they can just start sieging the TC. Meanwhile, back at home, here comes the China death ball. Going to pick off some vills, and it's smart. He's going to run all of his vills right now. And if he can just, not get not snared, he's going to just evacuate. He doesn't. At this point, it doesn't really matter if he loses all of his buildings. He just can't lose his eco. So he can relocate near Tibia. He could probably even just come right to where their FB is and use the Agra. 8 pike do come out, but too many sepoy here with the Minutemen. Going to delay this, but he needs to get vills out. At this point, he has 3 vills here, 2 out here. I mean, he probably could have tried to sneak these around and get to his teammate's base. He really needs to get barracks down. And at this point, I mean, it might be more beneficial for Tit to either go right, leave these buildings be. He already forced all the villas to evacuate. Killing this town center is not really going to do anything for him. He needs to damage Tibia's eco or kill their forward base. And right now he's not doing either of those things. And meanwhile, Kinesi's TC's ready to fall. Quarter of the HP left. We're trying to run his vills, but Tibia's got the cav on the vills, so he may escape with maybe 1. Probably not. His teammate should send his Minutemen over here and try to help him save some of these vills. He does still have 3 banks, which is going to be to his advantage. He's gathering pretty significant amount of gold, even with no villagers doing anything. He does have 4 banks, sorry. So his eco would be not bad if he just can save some villagers, and he's not going to be able to do that. Lost those villagers. He's got 1 back here, several up here hunting. We'll see what happens. See if the NATO team, turns and comes back and just takes Tit's army out, and then the game's over. Breeze's vills are all safe. He's chopping wood. He's probably just going to replace his town center. He doesn't have to worry about shipments because he's got the Agra. That's a shipment point, so he can still send his shipments if he wants. Here comes the army coming in here with no pike. This is bad. He's going to lose a lot of Chokanu here without being able to defend. The pikes were lagging behind. Good micro here by Tibia, getting out. And the Agra here attack this treasure. Something you always got to be careful of because of the area damage. And actually, wait, no, actually it looks like Tit attacked the treasure. Treasure Guardians are picking away at his Chokanu, and now he's forced to react and fight there. Agra's going to go down. He does have quite a large army here. If he can clean up the units and get to these villas somehow, they may still be in the game. Town center going down now. That may be not the greatest position. Oh, Tibia is reinforcing with quite a bit of infantry. Still pumping cav. I think NATO's got this game in the bag. He's also fighting the treasure over here. Where's his? Is his monk nearby? His monk is here, so he can get this 300 XP right now, and he can pick off this treasure over here, which is I don't know. Steps coming in, they're all getting taken out. Breeze has brought his army back to join the fight, and expect, unless Tit has godly micro, that he's probably just going to get totally raped right now. Shooting a Chokanu, or Chokanu shooting a CDB. Pike's in cover mode, but the Pike are all standing right in front of the unit that's doing the most damage to them, which is the Sepoy. Trying to get the Chokanu out. All the Pikes are going to fall, and the Cav are just going to clean up the rest. And this series is going to go to 1-1, go to game 3. Which I guess not surprising. Kinesi never really contributed, and he's also playing Dutch, which I don't think would be considered probably one of his stronger civilizations. Meanwhile, the opposing team, Breeze India is very good. Tibia's French is very good, obviously. So pretty one-sided here, and that's it. Good game. 1-1 now. You can see Kinesi was well on his way to outbooming everyone, and this is about where all of his villas were forced back into his town center, and that was kind of all she wrote. We go to game 3, the deciding game here. NATO and France. And I think this would have been France's map pick, and we do see water, and we do see Kinesi playing port. So this is interesting. Tit's playing Sioux, so Kinesi's kind of set up for a strong late game, but his opponent or his partner here, Tit, is probably playing one of the worst late game civs with Sioux. No walls, not very good eco cards. NATO here is playing Brit as Tibia, which is probably his best civ, and Breeze is playing port, probably to counter Kinesi's port, so the Jeanettes are not unstoppable. Both will be able to have Jeanettes with Genitours upgrade and keep that going. Kinesi going with the TP first. That's interesting. And he's chopping a ton of wood. Oh, that's Breeze. Kinesi's chopping also. Gonna get his house. We'll see if how the water fight's gonna go here. I think everyone would expect that Kinesi's gonna go strong on water, and we'll see if Tit just. I wonder if he'll, Bow Rider's been nerfed, but they're still a pretty good unit in all honesty, especially raiding. So we'll see if maybe he opens Bow Rider, maybe he opens Axe Rider. Versus these two civs, there's probably going to be a lot of musket, so Bow Rider's probably a better choice, but I'm not sure. Kinesi, if this plays anything like standard Kinesi, they're going to wall. He's going to boom water, probably FI, get goons, and just do the damage once he gets his goons upgraded. Some treasures here. Breeze getting his TP. Kinesi, I think, has already gotten 2 passes, so he's pretty far ahead with XP, and he's opening economic theory. He should probably have another card. He's going to get a pass right now, and he'll probably get one more pass before he hits H2, so he probably is going to be able to get 2 cards in age 1 if he chooses to. So it could be economic theory and then schooners. Maybe we're going to see a new Kinesi non-water. Again, France has already qualified for S-Class, so they may not want to show their best builds. And I have a feeling that's probably why Tit's playing instead of Diaraga or Kaiser Klein. So far, nothing unusual, I would say, from the NATO team. Both port players have a TP. 3 manners up for Tibia already. And let's see if Tibia has a water deck. Of course, they're playing against Kinesi. He has put advanced dock in, which is a classic Kinesi card. So maybe he's learning from the best. Or maybe Kinesi copied that from him. Who knows? Going up 19 bills. It's a pretty strong age up at a sub 5-minute time. So he's off to a great start. Breeze he's got his TP down. We'll see what his first card of choice was. He's got schooners in, so maybe the tables are turned a little bit, and Breeze is gonna out Kinesi. No advanced stock in his deck. Coastal defenses. Actually, not that. I would say the pure strong Kinesi 1v1 water that we're used to. Native Scout and the converted Guardian here being annoying, pushing Tibia's Explorer away. Market coming down from Tibia. Breeze going to start his first dock. They're going to start their boom. And there's quite a bit of resources here. There's 5 whales, so 10 whales total. Plus quite a bit of fish, so he's going to be pretty strong, especially if they can somehow get on this side of the water. And given that it looks like Kinesi's ignoring that so far, he's stacking his other card here. So it doesn't look like he's going to play water. This could be interesting. Oh, wow. Tit's going for natives. Navajo. So I'm pretty sure the Navajo has Navajo Riflemen, which is like a skirm unit essentially, which is going to be actually very good against this combo. Tower, defensive tower. So I think Tibia makes musk most of the time, although he's pretty heavy on wood, so maybe he is going to go longbow. And you know, it could be double musket. I think skirm is a pretty good unit here actually. This could be interesting. I wonder if Kinesi's just going to go straight FF and get goons, and then they'll have skirm goon combo. First racks down from Tibia, and it's going to be pike first, and that's going to get totally wrecked by the skirm. Both port players are sending their second TC to the same area. Could have a conflict here. Here come the first rifleman out here for the Sioux player Tit. He's going to be able to get 1 vil for sure. We'll see how many he gets here. And Tibia, he didn't get a chance to cancel his pike, so he's got 5 pike out. Those aren't going to do much. 2 vils probably going to go down here. Ooh, he's going to get it away. Oh, he is going to get it away, so only 1. Going to get 2 here for sure. So 2 vils down so far. 5 more riflemen in the back, not doing anything. If he brought those up, he'd be a lot more successful. Tibia sneaking a vil over. I wonder if he's going to go for C over on this side, which, given that Kinesi is not on C right now, I don't know if they know that yet. I don't know what kind of scouting information they have, but yeah, he can take this side of the water as Brit and boom that. They're going to need to do a lot of damage here pretty quickly, the French team. Rifleman continuing to come out here. He's got a second settlement up, so he's going to be able to get more riflemen out. Did deny 1 house. Now the longbow coming. Only 5 longbow. These are going to get picked off pretty easily. Breeze starting to wall. Kinesi, no units yet, assuming he's going for an FF. And his teammate's doing a decent amount of damage, but the water play behind this is going to be very strong. This wall loses 1 vil, but he's going to sit, got a lot of more gather time out of that. Definitely, I think, worth it. Tibia is still trying to get out a decent number of longbow here to push this away. 2 vils forward here for Tit. I did see the remnants of 1 TP, so he's going to spam TP. And he does have the kind of advanced TP cards in his deck. This is interesting play here from him. Oh, and I think this is a big mistake. He overcommits all of his skirmisher type units under the town center, getting meleeed by Vills. The Minutemen pop, and he's getting longbow shot from the back. He's going to lose all of these riflemen here for hardly any damage. His eco is not very good. He needed to keep those alive, and he was doing a very good job with them, using the range, but he overcommitted under the TC. 5 more coming in from the back, but he lost probably 13 under the TC. Now 4 TPs up here. Let's see what these are boosted up to. 266 and 11 versus 200. So almost probably 30% HP boost being around the TP, and then another. Now he's up to 16. Holy crap! 16 ranged attack now from 10 as the base unit. TP's maybe new meta. Kinesi's up to age 3. Still no units. Just 1,000 coin on the ground, so Kinesi's going for an FI. And this, this is a pretty interesting combination here. A little bit out of the box. More TPs coming down now. I think I wish I had a UI. I wonder how much would they cost with the cheap TP card that he sent. But unfortunately for the French team, I don't think this really is going to matter. I mean, look at the C presence that Breeze has back here, and his eco has pretty much been untouched. Tibia waiting now. Both NATO guys over here now putting down docks on the other side of the map. So they're going to have access to all the fish and all the whales here. And the French team isn't even thinking at this point about challenging that. Tower is going to fall. I wonder where the TC build limit is. It must be right around this area. It's too bad that he can't put TPs up here. I don't know if that's changeable in a patch, but I think it would be really cool and a good boost for Sioux if you could build TP within the limit of their opponent's TC. They obviously need some kind of change, but I think that would be a nice one. Hope somebody's listening and can consider that. More riflemen coming in now, and the boom. Wow. 4 docks up on this side of the map now. And Kinesi should be hitting H4 anytime now. Did he? Here's his 3rd town center. Takes out a house. At this point, probably just better to leave those alone. Tibia's eco strong enough, he can just rebuild that, get another villager out of it, and it's probably more beneficial for him, actually. Let's see, Kinesi's progress here, about 80%. And Amalgamation just came in, so he's going to be gathering coin. Look at this boom he's got going. He's actually only at 30 vills, but he's going to have 4 town centers up. They do have map control, which will give them a small advantage for now. And look at this TC placement. I think he probably saw that Breeze's 2nd town center was down this direction. I'm not sure he knows exactly where it is. Meanwhile, back in TP land, we're up to 428 hit points with 25 attack. So more than double hit points and more than double attack with 8 TPs in the area. Town center going up right next door. I'd like to see him actually bring his Navajo down here and contest this area. They have to know at this point that their opponents are on the sea. Organ's out for Kinesi now. 2 heavy cannons out, so is there any cav? Stable artillery. Okay, so the NATO team's going to be prepared for this. They're going to probably take some damage, but as long as they don't lose too many villagers, it should be okay. Organ guns and cannon shots coming off here. Tibia does migrate a lot of those. Looks like he lost 3 or 4 heavy cannons coming in. And here come the Navajo riflemen in. And boom, over here is going strong. Factory wagon coming down. Interesting factory placement. I wonder if he's thought about this. If he can just make a series of walls in here and block that off. Pressure coming at the front. They really need to find damage here right away. And we're going to see, I think Breeze is probably going to go, yep, he's got culverins coming. So once they deal with this artillery threat, there's enough longbow. And Breeze's eco is so strong. He's 3K food. He's going to H4. If he switches over in the whales, if he isn't already, he's going to be able to just start spamming whatever he wants. 104 villagers. I'm afraid that the cute Sioux native TP play, while it looked pretty good for a while, it just didn't do enough damage. And Kinesi behind this, not going for water. Probably also not going to find enough damage. So this town center is down. I think he can probably delete some of these TPs and rebuild them. And it would be the smart thing to do right now to boost his units up as much as he can. He'll only have to worry about Breeze's town center limit then. And here come the Calves. No goons or cav of any kind from the French team. So I don't think they're going to be able to deal with these Calves very easily. And really, if they can kill this artillery here, they've done their job. Anything other than that is... Oh, and 2 heavy cannons coming from Breeze also. Plus goons for defense. And these units are going to bunch up right here. Oh, look at that. It's a massacre. Tit moving up way too close. Again, he probably should have fallen back as soon as he saw the heavy cannons. And, I mean, this Genitours goon combat coming in for Breeze. 35 on coin. He's on all the whales over on this side. If he could be on the whales over here. No contest to the water yet. I don't know if they know about the water on this side. Calves shots take out 1 heavy cannon and 1 organ. As soon as the Calves fire again, if he splits them up, nope, just takes the heavy cannon. Goons are going to be able to pick off this other organ gun. And look at that. At this point, Tibia 59 Vills. He's upgrading his fishing on this side. I think the eco potential for the NATO team here is just too strong. Sioux still in age 2. I mean, I don't see how they can win this, especially this goon mass that Breeze has got out right now. He's going to be able to go Imperial, I mean, pretty soon. His factory's coming out. Kinesi's got both his factories out. Starting to try to wall over here. They still haven't done anything with this town center. This TP area is actually they might do pretty well against the goons. They are a counter. Jeanette upgrade coming in right now though. That's going to enhance them a lot. Calves here are going to be able to pick away at all the TPs. Kinesi still just has a couple infantry units, 2 barracks, so don't see any stables yet from him. So they are doing okay. Tibia's longbow are coming in now. They're just gonna rain here. Yeah, they're just be able to stand and shoot behind the goons and behind the culverins, do a lot of damage. Still nothing being done about the water. 4 axe riders just hanging out, not doing anything. If you could get those in right now, at least forcing the longbows to move, forcing the goons to change their firing point, it may be beneficial, but not going to matter at this point. 2 rack, yeah, Breeze is going 5. And I think this is just going to be a matter of time now. We'll see how long Tibia and Breeze let this play out. Axe Rider's still not doing anything. This is just funny. Breeze has got 15 vills mining directly adjacent to opponent's town center. The troll is real in this game, people. 700 coin coming in for Tit. Gonna try to get to H3. It doesn't. At this point, it doesn't even matter. Guard Cassador. Kinesi. I mean, he's not even making goons. Small raid here. Doesn't matter. Breeze feeding Tibia enough to age up, most likely. So we'll see Tibia go to 3. Get the longbowman upgraded. They can just right. I mean, at this point, they can just right-click on any one of these town centers they want and take it out. Breeze sieging with vills. This series has turned out of control pretty quickly. Tibia is guarding the coastline over here, trying to make sure that the water can't get contested. Minutemen sieging town centers. This mass amount of TPs starting to get cleaned up. We'll see where he goes with these goons. Picking off some vills. Kinesi, Kinesi trying to get a dock down here. It's too late at this point. He can clean off the whales, but the damage has already been done. Tibia at H3 sent more resources. Is gonna get him to H4. Get the Yemen longbow in. Just gonna be really annoying with these goons now. Picking off Kinesi's vills. He probably can just go run right into the mains of the opponent's team and just start killing villagers. Tibia cleaning up the native settlement on their side of the map. Dock's down, finally. It's 19 minutes into the game. 3/4 of the water's been fished out, and now there's going to be a contest from the French team. Tit is up to H3. We'll see when Tibia chooses to react with these caravels. Right now he can probably clean up these canoes, but once the canoe mass gets bigger, he's going to have a hard time. It doesn't really matter at this point, but just in the principle of it, I guess. Mortar's out for Kinesi. Gonna be able to clean up this town center. Gonna clean up the arsenal, not that it really matters at this point. Actually, Breeze does have his upgrade coming in. If he could kill it before that came in, he's gonna lose both of his factories there. So Tit's fighting a valiant effort here to try to clean the water on their side. Kinesi looks like he could really care less about this game at this point. Maybe we can see a mass petard or something. We've already seen some interesting strategy here that you don't see very often with natives. Continuing to pick off the boats. Didn't get his dock up, so one mortar here firing at docks. The other 2 mortars get picked off. Are they gone? Wow, Breeze is just his eco is so strong. There's the other mortar. Tibia's got a town center here. I wonder if he'll pop out Minutemen and just melee down these. Yeah, there they come. Fight on the sea is actually going pretty well for the Sioux player. Caravel's pulled back. Here comes a frigate. So 4 caravels and a frigate. He should be able to. Well, there's a lot of war canoes. Could be interesting. See if he pop. Yeah, he is dancing siege dance. So his boats are a little better. Caravel coming in, gonna take a shot. Goons just running wild. They're so strong, especially the port goon. Continuing to push the water, but Kinesi only 74 vills. Tit 49. Dog soldier shipment coming in. I don't see how they can contest with this army at this point, unless Kinesi chooses to actually care and switch to goons himself. That's about the only way they can counter the other goon play. Capital got denied, so no upgrades right away. Breeze's 2 factories still standing. Kinesi's were picked off. Good job over here. Coming over, gonna stop the fire pit, contest all this gathering going on. He's gonna be able to siege this down, kill all these villagers, because he can't get on the fire pit anymore. He's probably gonna get cleaned up on the water now. Longbow coming in. Not much left to kill here in terms of economy. A lot of muskets now from Tibia Redcoats, and Tibia's age 5. And there's all the vills trying to run in different directions, and they're all going to get killed. That's going to be the end of Tit. Kinesi's eco's down here, but without a teammate, and the late game power of Brit and Port combined. This game's been over for a while, but unless they choose to hide vills for some reason, this game should end anytime now. Actually, Kinesi added a frigate of his own over here. They did clean off the water. Again, way too late. This side of the water is still going pretty strong. Here comes Breeze's goons. They're going to find all these villas of Kinesi and hopefully force to resign soon. Several villas go down. They actually did quite well on water over here. I think if they would have contested that earlier in the game, I mean, if Kinesi played his normal Kinesi style, I think combined with the native thing, they probably would have had a pretty good chance of winning. Breeze would have been forced to actually fight on the sea. Tibia wouldn't have got this boom off on this side. But France had the luxury of trying something different because they're already qualified for S-Class, and didn't have to show a good strategy against probably another likely opponent that they may meet up with in the next round. So it's the advantages of qualifying early. I think this might be the last patch of his vills. There's some up here. Tits, the remainder of Tits Ecos there, whatever 13 vills are left. Still pumping canoes. He had quite a wood bank, so he's getting canoes out. Tibia's trying to get back on the water over here. He probably could just resign at this point, honestly. Breeze has spies in. Now he knows where they are. He's going to know they're right here. He's probably going to come right to that location. He is. Legal map hacks. Still 4,000. 2,000 coin on the ground. And there goes the rest of Tits down to 5 vills. About to be 4. So, certainly it is. Good game. Tibia actually was the first to quit. So maybe he was just going to let Breeze finish it off on his own. 2-1 goes to NATO. And I may have spoiled that earlier, which you could have found out anyways because these are from replays. But I'm pretty sure that NATO, by winning this, qualified for Code S or S class. So I think and if they haven't, they will shortly. They're the next closest team. Right now, there are, I believe, 3 teams that are qualified. Team Belgium / HP 33, led by Stanley Winston, Venny, and Ramex, were the first team to qualify. France, as I mentioned, is also qualified, and I believe NATO is or soon will be the next team in. So there's only 4 spots, 3 are taken. If your team is active, you might want to start spamming as many games as you can to try to get that last spot. If not, you want to start a team. There's still time. I think the Netherlands WAC team is probably the next farthest along. I know India's played a lot of games, so they may. Warsaw Pack, led by Eagle Mutt, have played several games, so could be quite a battle over the 4th spot. Finland seems to have a pretty powerful lineup. If they can find some people to actually play against them, they might be able to sneak into the 4th spot. So more to come. I'm going to take a break, and I might come back in a little bit and cast some more games. But for now,